Test your mind. Test your mind. Test your mind. Mortal Kombat!
How's everybody doing tonight? How does everybody feel? Yeah, let me hear you one more time. How's everybody feel? Fuck yeah. Now just Will and Andy. How are you two doing? Awesome. My name is Mike Glazer. I'm the co-host of the Nighttime Show. I'm here with Matt Walker, co-host and producer and head writer of the Nighttime Show. Over here is Ryan Stout. Give it up for Ryan.
Raiden, Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, Sonya, Mortal Kombat.
And the host of the Nighttime Show, Stephen Kramer Glickman!
Test your mind. Test your mind.
Good evening and welcome to the Nighttime Show. I'm your host, Stephen Kramer Glickman. How we doing? How we doing? Well, this is a very exciting time for us. We got a lot of fun stuff tonight. Ryan Stout is here. Give him a big hand.
Yeah.
We just did it. We just did it already. I get two intros?
Ryan Stout's going to be our Q&A guy. He'll be out there in the audience taking your questions at the end of each of our interviews with our celeb people the whole night. It'll be very, very fun. To my right, Mike Glazer, everybody. Yeah!
Thank you all for coming to the show.
The only man I trust to call in the middle of the night when I'm freaking out because I ate too many edibles.
Yep.
How many times has that happened?
Enough that I know I can help.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. Usually it's me calling you just going, had too many. And it's because I'm watching like a movie. Like I started watching a movie and it's just too scary.
Yeah.
It's like,
and that was the Sound of Music.
Yeah, it's like Sound of Music or like the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movie or something. And I just freak the fuck out and I have to call him and he's very helpful.
You're just holding a scared pug.
Yeah, just
it's breathing hard. You're breathing hard.
Like my pug always looks like it's high. Like it just has that face like it's too scared always. You know, like it just, and it makes that noise that like, oh, he makes that noise.
Yeah.
Which is a healthy noise, by the way. And then all the way to the right here, we have Matt Walker. Give him up. Give him a round. Matt Walker is a great friend. We've been friends for 15 years. He's also kind of a bad person.
Yes.
So true.
Very true.
Not a great guy, but also my best friend.
But I'm very polite.
What's that?
But I'm very polite.
Yeah, very polite, but mean.
Yes.
And I am very nice, but rude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
It's
like,
a weird dichotomy.
Yeah, like I do stuff. I play practical jokes on people that I don't know. The other day, or on people that I'm very close with. The other day, me and my girlfriend were at Saks Fifth Avenue, very fancy place, and I was getting her a birthday present, these very fancy shoes, and I said, hey, why don't you go for a walk in them shoes, take a little walk around. And while she was walking, I handed my credit card to the guy that works there, and I go, hey, go pay for this real quick, but when she comes back, say we already sold the shoes. They're sold. Sorry, miss.
Wait,
and
he said yes?
And he goes, yeah, sure. And so he runs off to go do it. She comes back. She goes, oh, they feel great. Where's the guy? I go, I don't know what these people do. She goes, well, where's the box? I go, I don't know. All right, can we get out of here? The guy comes back over and he goes, I'm so sorry, miss, but we sold those shoes while you were walking around with them. And I turn to him very loud and I go, what kind of person are you? You sold the shoes. She's wearing the shoes. What kind of person are you selling? I just got the shoes. Embarrassed her greatly.
Did Larry David come out and high-five you?
I become Larry David sometimes, just like a little. Matt, what happened to you today? I heard you had a rough day.
Well, when I was driving to pick you up this afternoon, I saw 200 naked people riding bicycles.
Wow.
And you know who rides bicycles naked? No one you want to see naked.
Yeah.
It was 200 fat guys and 2 women.
Yeah.
I saw more penises than I can count.
Oh, my God.
There were lots of breasts, though. Lots of breasts. but only 2 women.
You know what makes a penis look better? When it's smushed against a seat.
Yeah.
That's
That
sexy.
improves it.
See, that would have been better,
Ladies
except
love that.
they were stopped at a red light, so they were standing up on the bicycles.
Well, you have to air out.
Yeah. It was mortifying.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
You couldn't do it because your dick's so big it would get caught in the chain.
You have to tape your dick to your leg.
That is a very true thing. Right? I don't know if you know this about Matt, but he has a very large penis. So much so
It
that
makes him
one time-
polite.
He does. One time he was flipping through pictures on his phone, showing me like a hot girl, and he's throwing me, and then his dick pic
Scrolled
pops
too
up,
far.
and I go, ah! I go, what's that? He goes, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. I go, don't think about it. It'll haunt my dreams.
Like he had to have 2 phones for it.
Yeah.
Like for the top and bottom, it
I
was
go,
one
Matt,
picture.
you took it in panorama. It's a big dick, Matt.
Can
doing?
I jump onto your prank story? Because
Yeah,
I did
please.
a long time ago. We were having dinner at some restaurant, me and 2 friends, and while my buddy was making a phone call, I told my other friend, I said, let's just pay, and then we'll convince him we're walking out on the bill. Yeah. So he comes back. I said, Chris and I were talking, Rob. We're going to walk out on the bill. And my buddy Rob goes, okay, yeah, let's do it. All right. I said, well, you go first, and then Chris will go, and then I'll go last. And he went, okay, all right, that sounds good. And so he makes his way out the door, and he's looking back like he's being the worst guy ever. Well, Chris and I are taking our time. We make our way down to the street. And then Rob's going on a date with this girl, and so he takes off in his car. I'm still with Chris. We get a phone call from Rob. He goes, I just stole condoms from Safeway. I'm like, oh, fuck, we created a monster.
You got like on a stealing
Yeah,
high.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Started a crime
that's
spree.
bad. That's real bad.
Dang, man.
All right,
He's
well,
in
listen.
jail now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Send him our best. We got to bring up our first guest of the night because we got a huge show, and I'm super fucking excited to do this.
Should we lay out like Ryan what the show is and like what's
Yeah,
happening
so
and, like,
here's
what's Ryan gonna do?
Yeah, so here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna bring up wonderful celebrity friends of ours to the stage. We're gonna interview them, talk to them about their lives and their careers, and we have amazing people from some of your favorite TV shows that are gonna be and movies. We're gonna bring them up here. We're gonna chat with them, and then we're gonna do a little Q&A. You guys are gonna win prizes throughout the night.
Fuck yeah.
Also, this is a big deal. We just got a bunch of new sponsors for the show. So you guys want something? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll start with this. Big Mouth Inc. has sponsored our show. This is the Pass the Donut flying food because giant flying food, 'tis fun. Be the envy of the park is what it says. This is from Big Mouth Inc., based out of Glastonbury, Connecticut. Who would like one of these? Over there? All right.
over
Well,
here,
Ryan,
yeah.
why don't you hand this over to her, and we'll start.
Where's it going? Where's it going?
Yeah, you get out of here, Ryan. You get out of
Okay,
here.
there you
We're
go.
We're gonna start this thing out. Ryan, you go stand back there with those
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So at the end of whatever interview, you'll call for people to do questions. You guys
Absolutely.
just raise your hands, and
Raise
then
your
if I
hands.
like you, I'll come over to
Yeah,
you.
and maybe we'll give you a prize for doing it. All
Yeah,
right?
easy.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest of the evening. Are you guys ready? Are you excited? Okay, our first guest plays Crosshairs in Transformers, Carl on American Dad, and he plays everyone's favorite yellow dog, Jake, on Adventure Time, but you may have traveled with him throughout the universe as his character Bender on Futurama. Ladies and gentlemen, John DiMaggio! John DiMaggio! Oh, this is so exciting. This is so wonderful having. How are things going? What's happening?
Saturday night, motherfuckers!
Yeah! Feel that. Feel that.
Is that for the curse word?
Yeah, every time we curse, we have to hit the bell. Fuck it. All right. We looked through your career history, and it is
You brought up crosshairs.
dude.
All right, first of all, all right, true story.
Okay.
True fucking story. True story. I was at a theater in what? I guess it was 2010, Christmas time. It was when Transformers: Dark Side of the Moon was about to come out, and I was in the theater with my ex-girlfriend and people's, like, you know, we were all there. It was Christmas. It was just like, all right, we're going to the movies. We're Christmas time, you know. And Transformers: Dark Side of the Moon, the thing came up before the movie came. You know, before we went to, I forget what we went to see. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Anyway, Dark Side of the Moon, the preview. Big, wow, oh my God. And as it fades out, we're at the Cinerama Dome in Hollywood, by the way. Packed theater. And as it fades out, I just yelled, "Thanks, Michael Bay, you ruined Christmas!" The whole place exploded into laughter.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I get a call. Michael Bay wants to see you for a role in...
No
And
shit.
sure enough, I booked that fucking thing, and boy, oh boy,
Shit.
I helped ruin Christmas.
Nice. That is amazing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where did you get started? Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Jersey. Hey,
Jersey.
all right, nice. Very good. Big plate of nachos. All right.
Perfect.
Smells like Elizabeth. Union County.
That's an accurate portrayal of what it's like to live in New Jersey.
No, it's Elizabeth. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Union County. I grew up in Plainfield. Very good. Very nice. There we go. There we go. We know each other.
It sounds like you liked it.
I loved it. I loved growing up in Jersey. I grew up 25 miles outside of New York City. I had roots in this. I had roots in New York, and I got to exploit those roots and grow up in a fantastic metropolitan area that was easy to get around and easy to grow up in. Harsh realities with a dose of just like, holy shit, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
There we go. Nice.
But I loved growing up in Jersey, and when you grow up in a place like that, you're exposed to all sorts of things, the highs to the lows, the east to the west, man. I mean, and I got hooked on theater as a kid.
Did you do theater when you were a kid too?
Yeah. I was in a theater group. I was in the Peppermint Players.
Wow. The Peppermint
Players. We had our own little song. It was great. No, it was awesome.
What did you do?
How'd the song go?
Musicals?
Well, we did I did musicals in high school and stuff like that.
What musicals did you do in high school?
I did Grease and I did Guys and Dolls.
Oh, nice. I'm a big musical theater nerd.
I'm not. Listen,
Who did you play in Guys and Dolls? Come on.
Nathan Detroit?
Nathan Detroit?
No.
Sky Masterson?
Sky Masterson.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
There's only there's only the three that you can play. If you're like a character guy, it's like
I've never been in love before.
Oh, yeah.
I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too straight. Yeah, that's all that shit. I did all that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I did all that. I wasn't playing around.
Nice.
But I loved it. And I went to Rutgers. They had the big theater school, and then I quit. And then
Why did you quit? Why did you
because
quit?
I actually got.
Were you asked to quit?
No, I wasn't. Actually, what's great was that I was on artistic and academic probation, which was
Artistic
God,
probation.
what?
Yeah,
whammy.
man. Listen, if you had to go to a movement class at 8 o'clock in the morning with a dance belt on, do you know what a dance belt is?
Yeah, of course.
Ladies, anybody? Okay, a dance belt. For those of you who don't know, a dance belt is kind of like a jock strap, except instead of the straps going outside your ass, it goes right up your ass. So it's basically a man thong.
Yeah.
And, 18, 19-year-old kid, after, going to the, frat row on Thursday nights and then have Friday morning movement class for a BFA program, it was not working out. No,
those are
I don't know
rough.
how many times my nutsack got caught in that elastic. It was the fucking worst mornings of my life.
God.
Sorry, that was a little too graphic. I apologize to everybody in the room, but that shit happens, and it's for real.
Yeah, I almost failed out of the American Musical Dramatic Academy.
Oh, wow.
She's one of them.
There it is.
She knows. I almost failed out because I was so bad at tap dancing. And then I had to go back and retake tap dancing over the summer.
Yeah, they want me to do that shit. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
going
like,
to.
fuck
no,
off.
No, I'm not. No, it's
the
summertime.
teacher was like, wrote down as notes, he goes, he's the loudest tapper.
Really?
Yeah, just physically. I'm going to be. It's going to be loud.
I had an experience where one time I was in movement class, and the movement teacher, there's no right or wrong here. She's a little woman from Arkansas, and she was a pain in my ass. There's no right or wrong here. There is no right or wrong here. And I swear to God, she walked up to me and went, John, what you're doing is wrong. And then I saw her on an infomercial later on, and I was like,
Like a bunch of Tupperware
best.
just falls on her face.
Just
Teachers at schools like that.
horrible. You know that B-roll shit. You know what I'm talking about.
That's the part they film in black and white. Yeah. Yeah.
Teachers at schools like that have such weird fucking histories too. Like I had an acting teacher who he was in the movie Full Metal Jacket. You remember Full Metal Jacket? Yeah. He played Doc in Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that like points at the shooter and then he gets shot like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And the night before the premiere of Full Metal Jacket, he shaved his head into a mohawk. All right? Mm-hmm. And he goes to the premiere, and on the way he gets a call from his agent, and his agent goes, hey, just quick thing. I know you got the premiere tonight. Very exciting. Just listen, don't shave your beard. Don't change your look at all. I have you auditioning for the lead in a movie called Big Tomorrow. Destroyed this guy's fucking life. He's only worked, aside from being an acting teacher, he's only worked as an actor about 3 times since then. Which is fucking rough. It's rough.
Those are the biggest balls on your face of life.
Life,
Damn.
that's it.
Life.
Have you
The
had
balls of life. Just
Have you had any of those? Have you ever auditioned for something where you're like, where it's like you're like, where you feel like this is easy. I'm gonna fucking get this, and then it doesn't work out.
Never, ever, ever. That the moment you think that something is coming your way, it is out the door. It is gone.
Right.
It's history. It is finished. It's over.
Wow.
It's over. It's over. Why would you even? No.
Yeah. Not at all. All right. Well, let's talk about Adventure Time. Let's talk a little bit about Adventure Time.
All right.
People fucking love this.
Adventure Time. Story by the boy and his dog. Started off working on it. It was a pain in the ass.
Why? Why was it a pain in the ass?
It was just weird. I didn't understand it. The way we recorded it was weird. The storylines. I was like, literally, the sound engineer at Cartoon Network has more tapes of me going, what the fuck is going on? Like, there are more tapes. There's more incriminating evidence of me disparaging every artistic merit that Cartoon Network has had. I have gone on. It's ridiculous. How I would complain to my fellow. I wouldn't like. I would complain to D. Bradley Baker and to Tom Kenny. All right, SpongeBob.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
I would say, Tom, man, I don't get this. This is fun. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on. And he was like, hey, man, it's like this generation's Yellow Submarine, and I was like, all right. Okay.
Like, that doesn't help.
And it didn't. It helped enough. Yeah. And then D. Bradley Baker, who is a wonderful voice actor and actor. He's just a great guy. You know, I told him about it, and he was just like, "Listen, John, you're having problems. All I want you to do is just go home and cry really hard in your big bag of money." And I looked at him. I was like, "I'm sorry," and he was like, "Yeah, you fucking sure are sorry, you son of a bitch."
Wow.
It's a good
What
sign.
about go home and cry in it?
Pendleton.
I'm working. But honestly, it came around. Like, it came around. Things started to happen in the show. It just wasn't on its good foot. From the get-go, the show wasn't on the good foot, and then it got on the good foot, and then it just blew up.
It just exploded.
It just exploded. And I knew it was a cultural phenomenon when I saw Jake the dog on a bullet train in Korea. I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
it's a huge deal. Yeah.
So and it's a marketing juggernaut.
And when you have a guy like Pendleton Ward, who is
Pendleton, and you know what? And
Yeah. Pendleton
is brilliant. Right. Pendleton is amazing. I love Pendleton Ward. I love all of his work. I think he's a genius. There's a great story about Pendleton Ward. When he was a kid, his mother took him at 12 years old to Matt Groening's house and cold knocked on the door. And Matt Groening answered the door and was like, hello. And she was like, hi, this is my son Pendleton. He wants to be she's an interesting woman, by the way. He said, this is my son Pendleton, and he wants to be an animator. What can you tell him?
What? What a Sunday.
And he was like, oh, shit, well, I guess I got to talk to this kid and tell him what's up. And sure enough, Pendleton Ward, fucking Adventure Time.
Holy shit,
awesome.
that's amazing.
That's a pretty cool story, right?
That's incredible. That's amazing.
And then when the show was like in its second year, I brought Matt on stage at the Adventure Time panel in Comic-Con because we were doing Futurama and stuff, and Matt Groening's favorite show was Adventure Time.
Wow.
And so I brought him on stage, and everybody was like sitting there like looking at, well, this is a new show, this is great, and then there's the fucking guy from The Simpsons. Holy shit!
Holy shit.
Awesome.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great. And I do not have any regrets about the critiques that I've put out about the show because they were all rectified.
Right.
I mean, it's still weird as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, it's great weird.
but it's great weird.
Yeah, like,
it's amazing weird.
They
it's
would do
like,
stuff like they'd be like, William Shatner's on this week and he's playing a ball of meat or something. It'd be something like
absolutely.
Like I've heard that a couple times that like they'd be like, oh, we're casting for a bubble that talks.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Actually,
So fucking weird.
Pendleton Ward brought Billy West in to record a whole series of different voices in this Jake world as different character voices that he used from Futurama.
Oh my God.
So he played Fry and Zoidberg and Dr.
Yep.
Professor Farnsworth.
Yeah.
Professor Farnsworth and Zap Brannigan and all the characters. Like he did a whole, but he played them as other characters in this particular episode.
Oh my
it was really it was a total mind screw up.
Let's talk
That's
about Bender.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Bender. Bender!
Oh my God.
See, that's the thing. I love that reaction because that's honest. Because it's such a stupid thing. When I used to do that,
It's so good.
When I used to do that, when they recorded, they would call it like Bender like scatting, and then there was the Bender stroll, which was. Because they would tell you to like sing a song, but don't be musical.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because they didn't want it to sound like something else, so that they would have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that I made up these songs, and now I'm a member of ASCAP.
Fuck yeah.
And now you get paid for it.
Screenwriters Guild, and I get paid every time my fucking. Every time that runs, or every time it's like dee da doo dee da doo skippy da doo dee dee doo ba da dee da doo flip that flip it to doo. Every time something like that happens, it's like Johnny's getting $5.36. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that cheddar right there. That's for real.
Oh my God.
But yeah, like we had such a blast on that show, and it was so funny and so smart and so scientifically grounded.
Yeah.
Like all of the science jokes were real.
There's an actual mathematical proof
Oh,
based
yeah.
on the episode where they switch brains and they determine how many times they'd have to switch
the
brains to
Ken
get back.
Keeler.
Yeah.
Ken Keeler came up with that. If it's an algorithm or if it's a.
He's got
Yeah.
a theorem.
I can't remember what it is,
Yeah.
but
Cool math.
he figured it out that how to get them everybody like not only to spread the virus of changing heads, but to bring everybody
get 'em back.
to,
Yeah.
to square. It was ridiculous. Shit, man. I got to record with like B. Arthur and shit, make out noises with B. Arthur. And imagine that, Golden Girl, me and a Golden Girl like. I actually said to B. Arthur in the recording, like she was like, oh, and I was like, oh yeah, come on now, give me some of that, baby. I actually said that to fucking B. Arthur. I not right there. There it is. We had so much fun, but the best part about working on Futurama is having Matt Groening tell you for so long that something else was going to happen, and you didn't know what was going to happen, and then Disenchantment happened. Do you know about Disenchantment?
I know it was
okay.
You're credited on it, but I didn't know it.
August 17th, August 13th. August in the fucking teens, whatever it is. On Netflix, the new show by Matt Groening called Disenchantment. Yeah. With all the Futurama alumni that you want in a show. It's me, it's Billy West, it's Maurice LaMarche. Tress McNeil,
Phil,
but new people, Abby Jacobson,
Heck yeah.
Eric Andre.
Heck yeah.
I mean, it's fucking phenomenal. Nat Faxon, brilliant in the show. And it's Netflix, and so we're gonna be.
We all have it.
Doing, everybody's got it. So there's 20 episodes of it. 10 are gonna come out in August.
Woo!
It's fucking great.
Come on.
And I'm playing the king. And it's if The Simpsons fornicated with Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, can we hear just a little taste of what he sounds like?
I can't.
You can't
Not
do
yet.
it? Not
No,
even a little
I
bit?
can't.
Your lawyer's not here.
If I did, everybody. No, I can't do it.
All right, well, we have a little
Can't do
game
it.
we wanted to play with you before we do our
But,
Q&A.
yeah, I will play a game.
All right, how about this? So we have monologue, we have scene. We talked about this. We
did.
Which one are
hey,
you more into?
all right. Well, let's ask
'Cause
everybody.
I want to do the other one with Bill.
Okay. All right. I'll say. All right.
It's up to you.
I'll tell you what.
You're first on the
I'll do the monologue.
Yeah?
Oh shit.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is from...
This is from Rocky IV, the climactic scene at the end after Rocky fights Ivan Drago and solves the problem of communism through boxing.
And they asked me to do it in a character voice, and I thought that this. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Would you rather hear me do this as Bender or as Tracy Morgan? Tracy Morgan.
Bender.
Tracy Morgan is Rocky.
Bender.
Let's hear it for Tracy Morgan. Let's hear it for Bender.
Bender.
I'm going to do it
it's
as
Bender.
both because
All
I
right.
can't tell. You got to do the pout. If you're going to do the Tracy Morgan, you got to do the pout. I came here tonight. I didn't know what to expect. I seen a lot of people hate me, and I didn't know what to feel about that. So I guess they didn't like me much, nothing either. During this fight, I seen a lot of changing. The way you feel about me and the way I felt about you. Y'all are some crazy white people. That's for real. I like them titties, though. Yeah, I like them titties a lot. That's for real. I like them titties. We in Russia. Yeah. In here, there were two guys trying to kill each other, but I guess that's better than 20 million. Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if I can change, and you can change, shit, everybody can change.
Crush Fest. Crush Fest.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's do a little Q&A.
All right, let's do the Q&A. And if
You know
somebody
what?
has a question
it.
and you took a movement class in college,
That's right.
raise your hand.
If you've had the pleasure of
We're in
having
Los
a-
Angeles
Questions.
and
Come on,
nobody
guys. Throw 'em up.
nobody
Throw
took
'em
a
up.
movement
Throw
class.
them up, guys.
Behind you, Ryan.
There we go, behind you.
Oh,
There we go.
perfect. Here. What's your question?
What is your numero uno, number one, all-time favorite voice that you've ever done?
Bender. Because he can say whatever he wants. You know, that one of my favorite lines of the show is he's climbing up the wall with Fry, a la like Batman 66, right? He's climbing up the wall, and they're going past a window, and Bender looks in and goes, you know, all right, get a room, you two. And the guy in the room goes, we're in a room. And then Bender says, want to lose some weight? You gotta love that shit, man. That's, yeah. So that character opened a lot of doors for me, so I have to, if you put a gun to my head, I'd say Bender.
I love it. Who else
Who
we got?
else has
Who
a
else
question?
we got? Come on.
No
Give a good one.
qualifiers.
There
Here we go.
Another one back there.
Here too.
What is your favorite Bender quote of all time out of all episodes ever in Futurama?
Shut up, baby. I know it. I think that line actually was a real moment because it really he really upped his funkometer. There's a little bit of strut to that, baby. Before he's a little, he's just and now, when he, he's getting released, on bail by his robot prostitutes and strutting out of court. Shut up, baby! I know it. That's some hot shit, man.
Oh, that's so good.
That's some strong pimp hand right there.
Have you ever used Bender? Have you ever used the voice like when you get pulled over? You ever used it for anything? You ever use it at TSA to get you through
I think
faster?
that would be fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't you know who I am? Be like, can we get the airport police here quickly, please?
A man in prison? We got a question up front. Ryan Stout, where are you?
Up
You
front,
beautiful. You beautiful.
I was going to grab that
bastard.
person over in the corner, but okay.
Get this guy over
This guy
here.
first.
So Futurama was canceled a couple times and brought back. Is there any chance of it ever coming back?
I think the only way Futurama's going to come back is in the last. All right, we had a thing that we did. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. We had a thing that we did for a mobile game, and it was with Chris Hardwick.
Oh shit.
No, it already. Listen, it already happened.
Yeah.
It already happened. But we did a thing where we did a podcast to promote the show. It was basically like a radio show of Futurama. And I think that might be the only way. But now, I don't know. I hadn't thought about that before you even asked it. And then I was like, hey. Oh, no.
All right, we got one last question.
One over
last
here,
question.
and let's not bring the room down with it. How about that?
Yeah, Jesus
Bring
Christ,
the room down
man.
like this guy in the front.
Yeah, come on,
Jesus
asshole.
Christ.
Pull your shit together.
Ah, damn it. How
Have
does
you
he even
ever
know? He
used
didn't
one-
know.
Have you ever used one of your voices in like the bedroom? Any of them?
Do I use any of my voices in the bedroom?
One of the famous ones. You got to have one of
That is
them.
fucked up.
Right?
But she brought the room up.
Nah, my wife wouldn't have that shit. She doesn't play
Oh,
that.
just a transformer?
No, not even. Yeah, transform. He's like, not even a transformer. Okay, bro, that is a nerd boner waiting to happen. Holy shit. John DiMaggio fucks his wife using the fucking Crosshairs voice.
All right, love. Yeah. Let's bend over. Let me put it right in there. Fucking hell.
That's not. No, that shit. No way. Even Michael Bay is angry at that. That's fucked up. Nah. Shit, I can't. No, there's no. Yeah, listen, hey. Excuse me while I slap that ass. That doesn't work. Oh my glob, that pussy is great. That's just not gonna nope. Thank God that show's wrapped. Because they don't want to hear me say something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
I don't have to go back
If you guys are big video game people, go pick up Gears of War right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go,
Gears of War,
go-
and also Gears of War 5 is going to be coming out. And
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm in that too.
Yeah, go. Yeah,
Gears
that's
of
going to be
Gears
amazing.
4, Gears 5, it's some hot shit.
Woo, it's so good, guys. This is amazing. John DiMaggio, everyone, give him a big round of applause.
Hooray! Hooray!
Amazing.
And follow me on the Twitter at the John DiMaggio and all that.
Oh, hell
shit.
yeah.
Get him, get at him, you sons of bitches. All right, let's keep this show moving. This next guy is a legend in his own time. Whether you've heard him in the movie Sing, Secret Life of Pets, Monsters University, Minions, or The Lorax, this guy has been in fucking everything. But he is best known as the goofiest goofball in the Disney universe, Disney's Goofy, Bill Farmer!
Thank you. Woo! What a
I had to play the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes because you were in Space Jam.
Space Jam. Yeah.
And you
Anyone
played-
see Space Jam? Yeah.
Who did you play in Space Jam?
In
Michael
Space
Jordan.
Jam, I was foghorn leghorn, big old chicken. And suffering succotash. They're monsters, you know. Got to do that, and Yosemite Sam, which is a throat ripper. It's like, I hate rabbits, you know. You talk like that for a second, and you lose it.
So cool. That's so cool.
Oh God.
Bill, I'd love
Yes.
to talk to you about how you started and where you came up. How did you start in this whole? How did you first find voices? Like, where did that first come from?
Well, my early career in porn was in instrumental.
Oh, wow.
No. No, I
Lovely.
was just one of the. I grew up in Kansas, and it was like there was someone from Kansas here, you know.
Wow.
What part? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, Kansas City. My sister lives in Kansas City. I was in a little town in south central Kansas. We had tornadoes and wheat, and that was about it. And I was just one of those kids that I just loved cartoons and I loved movies. There was nothing else to do. And so on Saturday morning, I would just turn the TV tuner back in the old days where you actually had to turn a TV tuner. And, like on Saturday morning around my house, it would sound like, "Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat." "Yes, Inspector, Dudley Duet of the Mounties. Where's little Dale?" "Oh, hi, Sea Dog. Captain Crunch cereal. Stays crunchy. Even a milk." "Oh, hi, Miss Piggy. It's me, Kermit the Frog." And then, and then my parents would turn the set on. It was kind of a strange thing, but... No, I did that. My parents didn't know what the hell to think of me. It was like, I'd go up and do weird things. I'd see on TV, I'd see George Burns, "Mom, I'd like some mashed potatoes. Could I have a cigar?" And my, "Our Billy's weird," And they didn't know what to think of me. And so it just kind of became a thing until my friends started egging me on. And we'd drive through places like Burger King or something, and they'd say, "Do a weird voice." And I'd, "I'd like a Whopper with cheese, and Arnold the pig would like a Coca-Cola," and they'd look out, and just became a thing, And so I kicked around in radio for a number of years and little podunk stations, and wound up doing stand-up comedy in Dallas for about 5 years before moving out to L.A. and getting lucky with an audition.
Yeah, and then you became you were doing stand-up comedy in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And performing on this stage.
On this very stage, yes, back in the
We're
day,
talking,
yeah.
right?
Wow.
About 1986, I guess, 85, 86.
That's so
yeah.
fucking cool. That's the
Yeah.
best. That's amazing.
Well, that was great.
One of my favorite things ever. We had Bill here to do stand up on the show.
Oh, yeah,
We're
we did
talking almost 2.5 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you followed Dane Cook.
Yeah, that's nice of you to throw me after him.
And
It's like,
no, this is no joke, guys. absolutely brought the entire house down. It was like the happiest I've ever seen an audience. They were so excited. They were so full of joy.
It was a lot of fun.
You must bring a lot of happiness to people. I mean, as being goofy, it's gotta be such a
Goofy's
huge
kind
deal.
of a special case in himself because, it's an easy job. I just go into the Disney studios and, gosh, howdy, Mickey. Howdy, Donald. And I go home, It's, but people really resonate with that. He was my favorite Disney character growing up. Wow. And to get to fill his shoes for the last 31 years has been amazing,
You were,
Thank you, folks.
like you were on my wall growing up.
Really?
Yeah, just a huge
A
goofy. on
naked
my
picture
wall.
of me or
Yeah,
what?
a naked picture of there's a picture of
Okay.
Bill Farmer. It's a naked picture from the porn days.
Yeah,
Just
I
had him up
needed
on
the
wall.
money. It's it's the thing.
God, that's got to be so amazing. Do you what's it like as far as like the type of requests that you get? Do people reach out to you a lot and ask you to for charity stuff or to reach out to talk to kids or things like that?
Yeah. I do talk to. I get the strangest fan mail too. Actually, I got a. I usually answer fan mail. I got one from the Arizona State Penitentiary. And the guy, this is absolutely true. He says, I know I've hurt people in the past, and I've got time on my hands. And so I'm collecting autographs. And first, I didn't answer it because I didn't want my picture on some guy's jail cell wall, Hey, this is a good-looking blonde. I'm going to look at him up. We get out of here. Let's go see him. But then he actually said the sentence. He says, I know I've hurt people, but I still have 64 years on my sentence. And you did hurt people, I would imagine, And I didn't answer that one. But I do get to talk a lot with kids in hospitals and stuff like that. And that really, those characters, they got kind of a power that, you can't take too lightly. There was a guy that did Mickey Mouse, and he passed away in 2009, Wayne Allwine. And he got a call from a woman who said that her daughter had leukemia and was resisting treatment. And said that, and so Wayne got on and said, gosh, when Pluto feels bad, he takes his medicine, and it makes everything better. And about 3 months later, we got a call and said just from that sentence, the kid's whole attitude changed, and she went into remission. So it's like you got to take that stuff kind of seriously. You never know how it's going to affect people.
That's unbelievable,
Yeah,
man. That's
it's
incredible.
really
Now, you also play another very, very famous Disney character, Pluto.
Oh yeah, Pluto is because it's just barking. Whoa! I get paid to do that. But I'm multilingual. I can do that German Pluto. Whoa! French. Whoa! It's the same damn thing.
Swedish? What is that? Yep.
Golly gee. Whoa! Who knows? Whatever. But
there's a couple of your credits that always make me laugh so much. I know that you were in the movie Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah. What a lot of us actors do, we get in loop groups, and what you do is you add incidental sounds, little teeny voices that may stand out or may be mixed in. Like in Beauty and the Beast, I was a lot of the people attacking the village, and there's like a group of about 12 of us in the studio, and I attack the bees, kill the bees, that kind of thing. But I actually got the most obscure thing I've ever done in that movie, where in the scene where Gaston is singing in the bar, and he's talking about decorating with antlers, and he throws 3 eggs up in the air, and they go, look, look, look. And that's me. I'm eggs. I've got eggs on my resume.
Come on.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
There's a lot of things that I don't even recognize my own voice from time to time. Like if you ever see Toy Story, when they were in Pizza Planet, I was like mission control, just doing weird little things like T-minus 29, 28, getting ready for launch. I think I used that. It was a video game, Destroy All Humans. I think I did an announcer like that. They came to Earth beyond the, whatever.
Oh.
You never know what you
about
get
Sing?
today.
What did you do in Sing?
In Sing, I was, again, a dog reporter. So I kind of got the dog thing, and I don't even remember what I said. But
What's so funny? I got a job. I worked on the TV show The Defenders. Is that what it's called?
The Defenders?
On
Oh, yeah.
Netflix with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. I worked Loop Group on that for one day.
One day?
They needed
What the
someone.
hell did
They
you
needed
do?
a fill-in for one of
Yeah.
the guys in the group. So I came in with Mark Sussman and a bunch of
Uh-huh.
those guys. And I'd never been to a Loop Group before, and it's this big room. It's a room almost as big as this,
Yeah.
with a giant movie screen up, and there's like about 10 men and women standing around in the room, and I'm like, oh, some of these people must work for Netflix, and some of them maybe are producers or editors or whatever. And then there's a guy in the booth, and he goes, okay, let's watch the scene. So they watch the scene.
It's so weird.
Doesn't even care. Watch the scene, and it's like, man and a woman in a hospital, and they're talking. So they're just having a conversation in a hospital. And they finish, and they go, all right, you guys ready? And in 3, 2, 1. And everyone in the room just goes, hubble, 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 hubble. And they all start walking with each other and being like, oh, did you check the prescription? I didn't check the prescription. And they're like making up dialogue and having all these conversations. And then some guy like put his arm around me and was like, I'm sure your wife will be okay. I'm sure and I'm like,
it's the weirdest
it
thing.
was like doing improv that was not funny. It was like the fucking weirdest.
Oh, it's totally
my
bizarre.
God, it was so weird.
I was on a show, it was like L.A. Law or something like that, but it was a courtroom thing. And what the Loop Group has to do is just add little background noises for all the courtroom scenes. And of course, you don't talk in the courtroom for the background, so it's like this. Okay, take one. What is that? Gotta go put a quarter in the parking meter. Let's go to lunch. And that's all. It's the weirdest, and you get a nice paycheck for it.
So
It's bizarre.
weird. I love it so much.
really
That's
bizarre.
amazing. What's something you've worked on recently? What's a project? Because I know there's a lot of Goofy movie fans in this audience.
Yeah.
A lot of Goofy movie fans here.
Oh, that's
What was the impact like of doing a movie like that for you?
Oh my God!
It's gotta be
Now
crazy.
it's like it's gotten a second life of its own, and people like that. That came out in '95, and now they show it at the El Capitan, and people sing along like Rocky Horror Picture Show. A couple of years ago, we did a live performance with Powerline, Tevin Campbell, all of us on stage at D23, and it was like being one of the Beatles coming out on the stage. People were like, and I was looking like, who the hell came out? And they were like, just going nuts for the song, and we sang. Jason Marsden, who did Max, did not sing in the movie. They didn't know he could sing, and we did the songs the very first day of recording. So we rectified that. So Jason and I sang The Open Road live in front of about 1,200 people, and Tevin Campbell came out and did Eye to Eye. And it was just a magical night. And there's talk about taking it on the road and doing some more things with that.
Oh, I love it.
That's almost
sing
what
along
happened
to the
on
movie.
Storks for you with the singing, because they didn't know you could sing.
Yeah.
And then you did the song
On what?
on Storks.
Oh yeah, in the you mean the animated movie that I was in?
Yes. the animated
Yes.
film with talking animals that was not as good as the animated films with talking animals he's been in.
Attention, you've been walkered.
That's the sound
There you
effect for
go.
whenever Matt Walker makes fun of me. It's you've been walkered. Can we hear it one more time, just clear?
Attention, you've been walkered.
There you go.
Pretty fun.
Matt
Like he's from
hates
Kansas.
sound effects, so I asked Josh to make a sound effect about him. I was in a movie called Storks with like Andy Samberg, Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yeah.
And when I got cast in the movie, they didn't know that I sang and that I had been on Broadway and that I'm a musical theater guy. And so
Yeah.
then I said, oh, you should let me sing the song because there's a song. He had a song. I sang How Do You Like Me Now by The Heavy. And I was like, can I sing the song? And they were like, no, we already hired somebody to come in to record today. And I was like, No, but I sing. Like, I'm good.
I
can
can
do
do
this.
this.
Let me
Let
do
me.
the thing.
Yeah.
And I convinced everyone in the room to let me do it. And then I did it. And then they were like, who are you? Why did we know this? And then that kind of was like the thing that pushed it over to me
They have
getting
no
the part.
idea. People don't have no idea.
Yeah, it's crazy. People assume you can't do anything.
Which is generally true in my case, but not, I
No,
get by.
but that's kind of the weird thing sometimes about this business is either they assume you can do everything or they assume
you
you
can
can
do
do
one thing.
one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't want to
Yeah.
do. Would you mind singing a tiny, tiny piece of one of the songs? Would you
Oh,
sing,
gosh,
like, just
let me
a
see,
line. Just
if
a
I can
line.
Do you need a break from modern living? Do you long to shed your weary load? And that's all I can remember.
Come on.
That's
So good.
I haven't done that in 30 years or 20 years.
So great.
Oh,
So
my
I wanted to do a little fun thing with you if you're
Okay.
down for it.
Alrighty.
So I figured you pick a character. I know doing Goofy is a little off limits because Warner, because Disney gets a little tricky.
They have a lot of lawyers.
Yeah, they got a lot of lawyers.
Yeah.
But
A lot of drones.
but this is a scene from what movie, Matt?
The Room.
This is a scene from The Room. I figured you could do like a Warner Brothers character, like a Looney Tunes character.
How about if I just do whatever comes to me? Who knows?
Yeah,
know?
I could do Mark, and you could
I'll
do
do Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
All
just
right.
see what the hell comes out. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do SpongeBob for Mark.
Okay. I'm just going to do different things. So
Yeah?
let's see. Okay, as Johnny. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I didn't hit her. I did not. He throws a water bottle to the throat. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Johnny. What's up?
I have a problem with Lisa. She says that I hit her.
What? Well, did you?
No, it is not true. Don't even ask. What's new with you?
Well, I'm just sitting up here thinking, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You think girls like to cheat like guys do?
Well, what makes you say that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I don't have to worry about that because Lisa is loyal to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you never know. People are very strange these days. I used to know a girl, she had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad, she ended up at the hospital on Guerrero Street.
What a story, Mark.
That's enough. That's great.
There you go.
Bill Farmer.
Thank you. Thank you
Let's
so
do a
much.
little Q&A.
Oh, we got some
Ryan
questions.
Stout, where are you, pal? Where are you?
I'm at the side of the room, so who
got
has a
some
question?
questions.
Anybody?
Who has a question?
All
We got
right,
one
and
up front.
hopefully it's not about like leukemia or something like that.
Alrighty.
Let's keep it uplifting.
Keep it uplifting for Ryan.
So, are the rumors about you and Minnie true?
The rumors about me and Minnie, well, look at Goofy's feet. They're big.
Oh, shit. Another one up here. Another one up here. Yeah.
Who was
Another
over
question?
here?
Another question?
What character would you relate most to? Of all the ones you've played, what character is the one you would relate most to?
Yeah, which one do you relate most to?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, well, there's a Goofy curse. True story. I blame everything on Goofy. I was hanging Christmas lights, and I had on sweats and everything. I was like, and I stepped off the ladder, and my foot hit the riser on our sprinkler system, and I fell back into a rose bush. But the first rose bush grabbed my pants and yanked them down. True story. And I fell bare-assed into the second rose bush. That's the Goofy curse.
Oh, my God. So good.
Yeah, that's...
It's too good.
And that comes with a...
All right, he's got a question.
Last one.
Doing all these voices, did you ever get caught yourself doing the wrong voice at a show or something?
Oh, doing the wrong voice. Usually, what we'll do on a cartoon is we'll go through, and let's say I'm doing, Goofy. I'll do all my Goofy lines, then all the Pluto lines, and then any incidental voices that I'm doing. So generally not, but sometimes when I'm, at home or practicing, I'll kind of flip around and not too much really. Someone asked earlier if did voices while making love.
Yeah.
Actually, that's happened. With my life. But it's not Goofy. No.
Yeah. It's
and
Pluto.
you got to pick the right. You got to pick the right voice because I come in. I try working on a new voice like Sling Blade. Hey, honey, I'm horny tonight. Don't do that. Then it's hey, do Sean Connery. Right, Miss Moneypenny. It's something like that works. But so no, I try not to mess those voices up when you're doing that.
I love it, ladies and gentlemen. He's Goofy Bill on on Goofy Bill
at Goofy Bill
at Goofy
on,
Bill on
Twitter.
Go follow him, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Farmer.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Unbelievable.
All right. Up next, we have something very, very exciting. I know a lot of you guys are here for this. But to remind you about what we're about to do, I think we have a trailer that we can play. Do we have a trailer? Let's turn the lights out.
We have a new student with us. She just moved here from Africa.
Welcome. I'm from Michigan. Great. I'm 16, but until today, I was homeschooled. And then it was goodbye, Africa. And hello, high school. Hi, I'm Katie. I'm Janice. This is Damien.
Watch out, new meat coming through.
This map shows the school's central nervous system, the cafeteria. You got your cool Asians, burnouts, jocks, the greatest people you will ever meet, and the worst.
So you've never been to a real school before?
Shut up. Shut up. I didn't say anything. Plastics. Who are the plastics?
They're teen royalty.
That's Karen Smith. She is one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet. I'm kind of psychic. Really? It's like I have ESPN or something. Gretchen Wieners. She has 2 Fendi purses and a silver Lexus. And evil takes a human form in Regina George. She knows everything about everyone.
That's why her hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
We want to invite you to have lunch with us. Regina seems sweet.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Your house is really nice.
I know, right?
Being with the plastics was like leaving the actual world and entering girl world.
Have you seen any guys that you think are cute yet?
There's this guy in my calculus class. His name's Aaron Samuels.
No. That's Regina's ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriends are off limits. I mean, that's just like the rules of feminism.
Gretchen told me that you like Aaron Samuels. I could talk to him for you if you want. Really? You would do that? You're so hot.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Why would she do that? She's a life ruiner.
Are you
I
ready?
knew this would be settled in the animal world.
All right, here we go. Let's get the lights back up. Get ready, music ready. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we can play some music. He might be too gay to function, but he is definitely Danny DeVito's biggest fan. Please welcome to the stage comedian and actor Daniel Franzese. And keep the music going, keep it going. And he looks super sexy with his hair pushed back. And he never knows what day it is on October 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jonathan Bennett! Oh my God, come on, guys. How amazing is this?
You came on a good night.
You really, really did. You guys are the fucking greatest. I'm so happy to have you. Great
We're
to
happy
see
to be
you.
here. Yeah.
This is very, very exciting. Are you guys excited? Well, we are too. This movie that you guys did together, and this is, how long ago is this?
Next year will be the 15th anniversary.
Yes, it feels like a million.
That is
Yes.
so bananas. Yeah, like that movie came out, and it was like a huge movie when it came out, but then like it just became like this.
It was sort of the first
pop-
movie to like have the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the first movie to be like a meme. And I think that's why it's like kind of evergreen in the meme world.
Yeah, because it does
The
not
OG meme movie.
seem to calm down. It really. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like it has continued to heat up every year?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like that. When it first came out, like the first couple years after it came out, like it became a thing where they were just playing it on TV all the time. It's always on somewhere. It's always playing, and so I think more and more people saw it. And then like as time went on, like 3 or 4 years go by, you think, oh, it'll die down, and it gets more and more.
They did that with Grease when I was a kid. They would show Grease like back to back.
Yeah. And it's on every channel all the time. And then 14 years later, now it's a new generation because like now the teenagers are watching it again, like the kids that are teenagers now, and their parents love it and they love it, and so it makes airports a little tricky.
I also think part of the I think part of the recipe of why it's such a success is the book that it's based on, Queen Bees and Wannabes by Rosalind Weissman. It's a really great book. And Tina Fey took that and turned it into a comedy. So I think that it's all the things about Girl World and the hierarchy of the queen bee and her drones and all that. That's all stuff that happens in girl cliques. So I think that it's used as a parenting tool, this movie, even though, in an odd way, and like in psychology classes and sociology classes.
I also think there's a huge reason why it was so successful is the sheer talent in the film.
Yeah. Absolutely. 1,000%.
Just absolute talent. Yes.
Also, what's so great is with such a strong female cast, because there were so many women that were in that cast that
were there?
That
Didn't
I don't
notice.
know. There's a couple.
Didn't
There's
notice.
at least a few. But similar to like Bridesmaids, like everyone starts popping and like people just start. The excitement around a movie like that, it's just crazy. So I love you guys for coming to chat with us. This is very, very exciting. Daniel, I know you. I know you're a wonderful stand-up comedian. I've seen you a bunch of times. You're fucking hilarious.
So funny, guys. I have never seen him do it before until like 2 weeks ago. We went to see him, and I kept saying, "I'm gonna come to show. Gonna come to show." And I am so happy I did because to like meet him when he was 20. How old were we? We were babies.
Yeah, so
we
I was
were
older than most.
You were. He was older than everyone. Like to meet back then, and then to see him come here and just like command a stage and like do he's so funny. If you haven't seen him, go see him.
You got to see him do stand-up. So fucking hilarious. What's that been like for you, getting into the stand-up scene?
It's awesome for me because it's something I always wanted to do. Like when I was younger, I used to watch all the stand-up shows, and I knew everybody's name in their set, when I was like 12. And then I think being in the closet, I felt inauthentic. Like I couldn't be like, oh, I just met this girl. And even though that's not a lot of what my comedy is even about, like I didn't know. I just was afraid of like sounding gay or something. I don't know. Yeah. And so once I came out, in 2014, like officially, like not just to my friends, but like to everyone. Then I was like, this is what I want to do. And so
because we talked about this before, when you wanted to come out with the movie, but you had people that were like, no, that's not happening.
Like, I had reps and stuff that were like, you shouldn't or whatever. Just people that were like in my life, even my family, like everybody at the time. It just wasn't the right. 2004 wasn't the same as now. Like we really have come a long way. Like it's pretty incredible. Like especially the characters that they were writing at that time that were gay weren't as interesting as Damien was. They were like, caricatures and like, a lot of like castrated, jokes, punchlines. So yeah. So after doing something that was as progressive as Damien, the years that followed, there just wasn't those kind of roles, And I was auditioning for everything before that, like Sopranos, all this. I was almost, I was up there for Turtle and Entourage at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I was getting close. I'm like, I was going for like some of these roles like that, and then all of a sudden, after Mean Girls, nothing. Like only gay offers and only like these character kind of roles, like, and it just was weird. So I took a lot of time. I did other things, and then I waited for like the right kind of gay role to come around to do something else, and that was when I did Looking. I felt like that was like
Looking was
which was amazing.
Yeah, no, amazing. Jonathan, what about you? How did that work out for you? I mean, as far as doing the movie and then later coming out and things like that.
Well, first of all, I want to say for him, it was like the as an actor in a movie with him, knowing the situation he was in and what we were all put in, like for him to play Damien and play it so well and be so brave enough to do a character like that, because it's not comfortable to do as an actor when it was 2004, it was scary. And I just have to commend him because that's like, he paved the way for a lot of people, And while his people were telling him, no, you know, don't come out, stay in the closet, whatever, my people were like, Aaron Samuels! Get down! More!
Just like lock the closet.
And I'm like, yeah, great. So, you know, it was just a different time. Yeah. It was a different time. Things were just weird.
People are still dealing with that, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
it's
people
not.
are
It's
still
a thing.
closeted. And
Now, when you were filming the movie, did you guys know about each other? Like,
yeah. Midway through, we were
Midway
like,
through.
we were like, hey,
It
girl.
was like, hey, girl. I was like,
I sniffed it out. I was like, hey,
I was
girl. Your face smell like peppermint.
I was like, oh. It's like you find the other unicorn in the village. You're like, oh. And then we realized the whole village was unicorns. Everyone.
Not really.
Not everyone, but there were a lot of unicorns.
Oh my God, that must have been amazing. Oh my God. Well, so let's walk through this. I know we have other stuff we have to talk about besides Mean Girls, but I do want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, we're ready. We've never been asked Mean Girls questions before.
No.
So
Has
first
anyone
not today. I
asked
hid in
you
my living room.
Let's
Mean
just go ahead
Girls
and
questions.
Let's just go ahead and no, we don't still talk to Lindsay Lohan. So let's just.
I do.
You do.
I do.
She didn't text me back. No, I'm just kidding.
That bitch.
I'm just kidding.
Shade. First impressions. That's I always find very interesting. First impressions of some of the cast. Lacey. What was first impressions of Lacey?
Perfect.
I did a movie with her before Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we did a Christian football film called Hometown Legend by the guy who did the Left Behind series. Jerry Jenkins.
my
Yeah.
God.
So that was like my second movie. I did Larry Clark's movie Bully, and then the same producer took me to his next movie, which was Hometown Legend.
Oh my God.
Which before they called it that, it was called American Leather, and I was like, okay, girl.
Hey!
So great.
Lacey's my favorite. I've done like 4 movies with her since Mean Girls. We play boyfriend and girlfriend in every Hallmark Christmas movie you'll ever watch at Christmas time. It's either her or Winnie Cooper. Like I get 2. And I literally get the call like, which one is it? Is it Winnie or Gretchen? Which one are you doing? But when you first meet Lacey, she has like the cutest voice, and I always like tease her about it because she's like, Jonathan, you're embarrassing me. Jonathan, stop it! You're embarrassing me. I'm like Lacey. I'm like playing with her hair and like pulling her, like poking her. She's like, Jonathan, people are gonna see us. Stop it! You're embarrassing me.
I'll tell you to answer your question. The first impression of Lacey, she's the absolute sweetest person,
Ever.
and she's like Christian, and like I used to call her wifey when she was like, you know, in her like when we were doing Mean Girls. I was like, you're like wifey, like you know her hotel room. She like rearranged the furniture and made like Thanksgiving dinner for us.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
She's just like really a good quality human being.
The best there is.
There's a lot of people that in Hollywood when they start out as a child actor that it goes one of two ways. Like you either get like super screwed up or you become like perfect.
Right.
And she's one of the perfect
Maybe
ones.
another
She's
example
just
on your
like,
cast.
Yep.
Maybe an example in the cast of that movie that might have had some issues.
Uh-oh. We got another.
Attention, you've been walkered.
He's referring to Miss Lohan.
Yeah.
Who?
So she is an
Larry Lohan?
actress. What was first impressions of the Lohan? The Lohan, as we call her in the business.
I was 26 when I did Mean Girls, and Lindsay was 16. So you know, and she was very bossy, like she says in her song. So it's like I was a little bit like this bossy little 16-year-old better quit, you know. Like, but as she got older and especially sober, you know, we get along now. I think she's pretty cool. So.
That's awesome.
You know, we had a well. You have to tell it. First impression. Yeah. Yes.
I met Lindsay at our screen test. I don't think I've ever told this story. No, I have. Mark has. I met her at our screen test. So I met her.
Just get the hook ready.
Yeah. No, I met her at the screen test in Culver City, and it was between me and 2 other guys for Aaron Samuels. And I went there, and my manager drove me, and they're like, "You're going to meet Lindsay. You just make sure you flirt with her, make sure you make her, fall in love with you." And I'm like, okay. I'm like 21, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And they're like, go in there, do the scene, whatever. So I go in, I meet her, I do the scene. She's like in the corner of the room. She walks out. We like meet for 1 second. It's like, "Hi, I'm Lindsay. Hi, I'm Jonathan." And then we do the scene. And in the middle of the scene, I give her some type of look, and she turns bright red, like just blushes. And you see Mark Waters sitting there, and he's like, "Yep." And then like we leave. And he's told this story in interviews. Like, I left the room, and my manager's like, "How did it go?" And I was like, "Well, I made her blush, and she turned red, and the director smiled, and he said, 'Yep.'" And he's like, "All right, I think you got the job." Then they hire someone else.
I can tell you that part of the story.
Yeah.
Please tell us. Go
ahead.
So I got hired. They called me after I had done the audition in New York, and they were like, so it was Sunday night, and they were like, "Monday we're going to fly Daniel to Los Angeles. He's going to do a dinner with the cast, and then the table read, but he doesn't have the part yet. Like, everyone thinks he might be too old because I was 26. So
those bitches.
They're like one of the executives in the room doesn't really like him. So I was just like, damn it. I like made myself look as young as possible. I got my beauty sleep. You know what I'm saying? I smoked cigarettes at the time. I don't anymore, but I was dying for one and I didn't have one. I was really, and I was like, like getting that weird tickle in your throat where you're like, cigarettes will cure this. I was like trying and I was just like trying to be on my best behavior. And the dude who they did hire to play Aaron Samuels came with like stubble and like his like a hat like really low like this and his Starbucks. And the casting director, Marcy Lura, kept coming up to him and saying, "You really should take your hat off." And he was like, yeah. And they were like, "No, you really should take your hat off. And you should like sit up straight." They were nervous because he looked so like old and a little schlubby at the time. Even though he's like a handsome actor that people would know. So then they sat him next to me and Lizzie Kaplan, and I was gunning for the role. So like. They couldn't every joke I was like hitting. I made like Lorne Michaels do a spit take once. Right. I was like boom, boom, clank, And then then they were like a week went by and they told me I got the role and I showed up at the airport and he was there.
That's true.
Wow. They fired that guy after the table read.
After that table read, they fired that guy. So if you're an actor,
I was like, "Who are you playing?"
Yeah, I was like, when I was like, "I'm Aaron," him and someone else were both like, "I don't know if you are." I'm like, "No, pretty sure I'm Aaron." And they're like, "But you're not." And I'm like, "Okay." But here's the funny part. So I get the phone call. They're like, "You didn't get the job." And I was like, "All right." And so I was super depressed, and I went back to my job at where? Abercrombie and Fitch.
Hell yeah.
So I was literally fucking folding sweaters at 3rd Street Promenade.
Gorgeous.
Shirtless. Absolutely perfect. Very perfect. And I was folding shirts, and my manager, I go to my locker, and I check my flip phone. And my manager calls, and he's like, "There's been a change." And I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" And he's like, but I was like, "Yeah, bro, what's up?" And he's like, "There's been a change. They fired the guy to play Aaron Samuels. You leave tomorrow. You got the part. You're going to Toronto." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. All right, cool. So let me just finish my shift, and then I'll give you a call when I get home." To which he responded, "You don't have a shift anymore. Quit." And I was like, "Oh, you're right. I don't. Hold on. I quit, guys. Peace. Fuck you. I'm out." And I leave. And then I went to Canada the next day and met Danny.
Oh my God, that's
and
amazing.
And then we weren't able to work. We had to drive in that van to New York and back.
Right. We had to go get our work visas, so we got to go to Niagara Falls, me, him, and Lizzie Kaplan.
They were like,
"Oh my God. We're going to take you to Niagara Falls, and when we come back, you'll have a work visa."
Yes, because they couldn't get the visas in time because we were both such late-minute casts that like they didn't have the paperwork process. So we got there, would rehearse, but before we could shoot, they put us in a 15-passenger van. We drove to Canada, or drove to Niagara Falls, crossed the border, and then drove back into Toronto just so we could come in as workers.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Crazy times.
Well, Mean Girls. There are a lot of mean girls and mean people out in the world, and we had a very interesting interview that went viral earlier this week. And when I say viral, I mean 15 different news publications picked up this different stories from the same episode of our podcast. We interviewed the teen mom, Farrah Abraham.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And she brought her daughter to the interview.
It was the first interview she did after getting arrested.
Yeah, she had just gotten
The
out of
most
jail.
recent arrest,
She
yeah.
just got out of jail. She literally spent like 10 hours getting Botox and then went straight to us. That's no joke. Like, that's not an exaggeration.
That was the timeline.
She had like came out.
Where did she go? They'll do 10 hours of the Botox.
She was straight out of LA
What, for
County.
fun?
They did Botox on her, and then she came to us, and then we interviewed her, and then she went out drinking all night with her kid. But here what happened? What happened
know
was,
that.
and this we don't look.
She's a cool mom.
The thing that
Ring the bell! Ring the bell! It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yes. This so
was one of the so here's what happened is after the episode comes out, she was very nice. She was very nice in the interview, but she did say some very interesting quotes. I believe we have one. Do you have one we can play? A very quick quote.
Where would you like all of this to kind of end up? Do you have like if you could kind of see yourself like 10 years down the line, like what would you like to be doing?
I mean, I kind of feel like I would be like where Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah Winfrey is, you know?
Yeah.
Like just doing it all.
Right. So that was
There's no
all right.
there's
We can
no
cut it. So
limit.
that was like one of them that the press went fucking ape shit over, like stuff like that. Which to me, it's like what? No, whatever.
Well, how does she know the future? Like, that's amazing.
Right.
She could be president like Farrah Abraham Lincoln.
She, and that's why you're a comedian.
Ring the bell!
Ring the bell. This bitch, she is good.
So here's we can bring up you can put up the article on the screen if you want. Yeah, so there we go. So that was one of them. So what we're thinking is because Jonathan, you host a show.
Percent is spelled
Cake-
atrociously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you host a show called Cake Wars.
Cake Wars on the
Right.
Food Network. Yeah.
On Food Network.
It's not the Food Network, on Food Network.
Just food. It's Food Network.
Big PR
So
thing we have to say.
I'm gonna
always.
give you guys some quotes.
Yep.
They are circled. This one's circled on this page, and then any of these
Uh-huh.
is fine. You're gonna read a quote out loud.
Okay.
If you don't want to read it, we'll read one. And then if you guys think it's real, then you have to shout out real, or you yell out not real. And if you get enough right, the entire audience is gonna win cake.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
That's very good.
Sound good?
That's very good.
And
These are-
the game is called Real or Not Real.
Real or not real?
It's real or not real. A game of chance. A game of quotes. A game of quotes of chance from the internet. Real or not real. All right, here we go. You choose. You can choose which one you want to do.
These are tweets that were
This,
sent.
by the way, this has been like the past 14 years of our relationship. Like, they hand me the paper, and I'm like, I read it? And then he goes, yeah, John, you read it. I do. Yes, you, honey. Okay.
so legit.
No, but it's so true. So true.
We wait in this room? This is the room? This is the room we wait in?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I'm such an airhead sometimes, and the poor thing has been having to pick up my
This
slack.
food's for us? We have this food?
Yeah.
This is the food that I could eat?
Yes, Jonathan.
This water, this one's mine, right?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you, Danny. He's like my dad. All right, here we go. So I read it.
You read, yeah. So you read a
you
quote,
read it, and the audience says real
and
or
you
not.
guys decide if it's real or not real. Ready?
Real or not real.
Yeah.
Now? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Now, Johnny, now.
And
good,
say
good,
the
good.
name. Say the name of the person.
Okay. Oh, I say it. At Audra-Bowman. This would be a beautiful picture if it wasn't for your plastic horse face.
Is that real or not real? Shout it out. Real or not real? Real. That's right. It's real. All
right.
Well done.
The internet.
The internet. All right. Next one. Next
Her
one.
boobs. No, just kidding. Okay. At Corky Thermopolis. Isn't it crazy how a tiny egg and a tiny sperm can make such a big twat? Oh
real,
my God, that's
real or not real?
real.
That's right, real. It is real.
This is like Damien lines.
All right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Do you want to take the next one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the next one.
You can do the next one.
Okay. At Hollis MCD. See how nice you could look when you don't have a side vag hanging out?
Real or not real?
Real.
What is it? Real or not real?
Real.
That's an uncomfortable.
That's right. Also real.
Where do you get that sound?
All right, here. Try this one down here.
Okay.
It's from who?
At Lovely Panther. I love Farrah Abraham. She is a good, honest person, and her daughter is not weird looking.
Real or not real?
Not real.
That's right. It's not real.
Okay,
Not
I
real.
like this
Good
one.
job.
I'm calling this one.
All
I'm
right,
just gonna
go
call
for
it.
Okay.
At Audrey_HN. She looks like a roasted chicken from Walmart.
Oh my God. And then this is the last one here.
The quirky, that one?
Yeah, the quirky one. This one is about her with, she was advertising lollipops on the internet. All right, lollipops on the internet.
I'm going to let you do this one.
You do it, Daniel.
No, I'm going to skip that one.
I'm going to skip this one.
Yeah.
You go for it.
Matt, you do it.
All right, give me the pen.
There you go, Matt.
You
All
do
right.
it, Matt.
There you go.
Does it come in gonorrhea too, or just busted cherry?
Real or not real?
Oh.
It's real. And that's right. Everybody in the audience gets cake.
Yes!
Yeah!
Let them eat cake!
Let them eat cake! We have our lovely nighttime show people working on the show. Assistants that are helping us out.
They're like Vanna Whites.
Natalie Butts and Cora Havoc and Sarah Salthouse. Give them a big round of applause.
And while we're doing a Q&A?
Let's do a little Q&A. Let's do a little Q&A, Ryan.
Press cake out.
Awesome. So while they hand out
yeah.
cake, everybody's getting cake right now. There's no waiting for that. Do we have questions? Who has questions? Anybody? Hands
We only have
up.
time
Okay,
for a
right
few.
over here.
Up front.
Hang on. I'm moving. Don't talk yet. It's a podcast, so you have to get into the mic.
Hello. Oh,
Yes, Jonathan.
They were busy.
That was really cool. She just gave me a pencil. Get it? Do you have a pencil I can borrow? Yes. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Now you can have it back.
All right. We only have time for a few questions.
Okay, a few questions. Go.
What was the best advice, or what was the best aspect of working with Tina Fey in that film?
That's a good
First of all,
question.
the luck and grace of getting to do this job. That was the best part of it. Like, life changer. Because, like, it's weird. I said this in a book that I have coming out. I was like, Tina, like, changed my life forever. Like, very wicked. You've been changed for good. But, yeah, anyone? Okay, good. Yeah, just how much she changed my life.
I would say that Tina said that Damien hasn't even had his first kiss yet in the movie, and like to just play him sort of like as coming of age, like natural. And I really love that note because it helped me keep him kind of real. And then the other one is Amy Poehler told me that when you do an interview, nobody really gives a shit what your favorite color is. Just tell a joke.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
All right, let's
Who
take
else?
one more
Anybody
question.
else? Okay. Hang on. 1 second.
Last question.
Sorry. That was a really good question before, but I'm just going to ask a more lighthearted one. Aaron, how many times do you get asked on October 3rd? Do you get texts saying it's October 3rd?
Yeah, go ahead.
October 3rd is its own holiday. If you don't know, it's National Mean Girls Day.
Yeah.
And actually, Jonathan put together this amazing thing last year. It was we got everyone involved. It started out with me, him, Lacey, and Amanda, and then we involved Lizzie and
Lindsay and Rajiv.
Lindsay and Rajiv, and tell them about it.
Oh, so it was right after the Vegas shootings. And
Real lighthearted question.
Yes, there's like, well, anyway.
Yeah, great job, lady.
Well, it was right after that, but
What is this?
we put together because we knew, because here's the thing, like on October 3rd, like it's insane. Like the amount of like the social
There's a lot of
media,
attention.
There's a lot of attention on us, and everyone's like, because everyone, it's.
Well, tell them what you did, Johnny.
Okay, so what I did. Now? Okay.
Now, tell them now.
Got it. So I put together a video. I was like, we're going to get a lot of attention. Why don't we use this for good? Because everyone's going to want us to say it, because everyone's like, what day is it?
So Jonathan put together.
So I put together a video,
GoFundMe.
a GoFundMe, and we're like, how about we raise money for the victims of the Vegas shootings. And so we put together this amazing video and put together GoFundMe and brought all this awareness. Say, instead of like,
And how much money did we raise?
We raised about $100,000.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got everyone to put it, and it was a video, and it was very
so
fun.
keep an eye out. We're going to try to do a Mean
Yes.
Girls Do Good every year on National Mean Girls Day.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are so great. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
On Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Jonathan D. Bennett.
You better, but you
Yes,
better.
and I am on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, Venmo, at What's Up Danny.
Love it. Thank you guys so much for coming. Give it up, Jonathan Bennett, Daniel Franzese.
Heck yeah.
Jonathan, we go off the stage now, Jonathan.
Perfect. And also, if you haven't seen him do stand-up, I've seen him twice now, and he's fucking phenomenal. Go check out stand-up shows, for sure.
He's really great.
Yes, please come see me do stand-up at whatsupdanny.com.
We gotta get set up.